My arrogant HOA president decided my private driveway was her own personal shortcut to dodge traffic every morning. She blasted through my property at full speed day after day, nearly run over my dog. And when I confronted her, she smirked and said, "I'm the president. I go wherever I want." She refused to stop, so I didn't bother calling the police. Instead, I turned my driveway into a perfectly legal toll road. What happened next was incredible. She showed up to find a solid metal barrier blocking her usual path and realized the only way to get to work on time was to hand me $50 in cash straight from her wallet. The look on her face was absolutely priceless. If you believe entitled neighbors need to be humbled sometimes, strike a blow for justice. Smash that subscribe button right now and join the team, because you do not want to miss the next revenge. To really understand why I did this, you need to see my setup. I live on a corner lot with a long paved driveway that connects two busy main roads. It's clearly private property, but cutting through it saves about 10 minutes of waiting at a brutal traffic light. And that's where Linda comes in, the HOA president straight from hell. It all started about a month ago. I was sipping coffee on my porch when suddenly a silver Mercedes came flying past me at nearly 40 miles per hour. It was Linda. She even waved like she owned the place. I ignored it the first time, but then it happened again the next day, and the next. She had turned my home into her personal racetrack, so she could get to spin class faster. I finally snapped and confronted her. I stood in the driveway and waved her down. She stopped, rolled her window down, and looked irritated. I said, "Linda, this is a private driveway. You can't drive through here. It's dangerous for my kids and my pets." Do you know what she did? She laughed. Actually laughed. Then she said, "Opie, I'm the HOA president. Technically, all exterior pathways fall under my authority. I'm just inspecting the pavement. Now move." Then she hit the gas and forced me to jump into the grass. That was the exact moment I decided this meant war. I didn't just want to block her. I wanted to teach her a lesson she would never forget, a lesson that would cost her. I went straight to City Hall and pulled the property records. And guess what? My driveway is completely private property. No easement. No HOA ownership. It belongs to me. Then I dug deeper and found a loophole in local zoning laws. It clearly stated that owners of private roadways may restrict access or charge for use and maintenance through a toll system, as long as proper signage is posted. Jackpot! I went online and ordered a solar-powered automatic boom barrier, the same kind used in parking garages. It cost me $2,000, but for the revenge I had planned, it was worth every cent. I spent the entire weekend installing it. I poured concrete, bolted everything down, and set up a camera aimed directly at the entrance. I also ordered a custom metal sign that read, "Private Toll Road, Automated Barrier, Fee $50, Cash only, no U-turns." I finished everything at 3 in the morning on Monday. I went to bed grinning, knowing Linda's alarm would go off at 7. Monday morning at 7:15, I'm sitting on my porch with coffee, watching the live camera feed. Right on time, her silver Mercedes turns into my driveway at full speed, then suddenly stops. She slams the brakes inches from the bright yellow barrier arm. She starts honking like crazy, assuming it's broken or that I'm messing with her. I slowly walk out wearing a high-visibility vest I bought for $5. I look official. She rolls down her window, face red with fury. "What is this?" "Move it now, I'm late." I calmly pointed to the sign. "Good morning, ma'am. Welcome to the Alex Toll Road. The current rate for non-residents is $50. Cash only." She screamed that she wasn't paying me a dime and threatened to call the police. I shrugged and told her to go ahead, but to look behind her while she waited, because when she slammed on the brakes, 3 other cars that illegally used my shortcut were now stuck behind her. My driveway is narrow. She couldn't reverse. She was trapped. The drivers behind her started yelling and honking. Linda checked her watch, looked at the barrier, then at the angry cars. Finally, she clenched her jaw, opened her designer purse, pulled out a crisp $50 bill, and threw it at me. "Take it. You're insane." I picked it up, inspected it like a cashier, and pressed a remote. The gate lifted. Best $50 I ever made. She sped off, but not to work. She went straight to the police station. About an hour later, a squad car showed up with Linda in tow, wearing the smuggest smile I'd ever seen. "Arrest him," she shouted. "He's running an illegal business and extorting me." The officer walked over, and I handed him a binder. Inside were my property deed, the zoning law printout, and my freshly obtained sole proprietorship license for private road maintenance services. The officer read everything, glanced at the sign, then looked at Linda and struggled not to laugh. He told her, "Ma'am, it's his property. He's allowed to charge a toll. You don't have to use his driveway. You can go around." Her jaw dropped. She suddenly realized she had no authority here. The officer even warned her that if she blocked my business again, she could be fined for loitering. That evening, I emailed the entire neighborhood announcing the new convenience route pricing. Funny enough, no one uses my driveway anymore. It's peaceful and quiet now. But I did keep that $50. I framed it and hung it in my garage next to the barrier remote. Moral of the story, don't mess with a man's driveway. If you think Linda deserved to pay the toll, hit that like button and subscribe. Because in the next video, I get revenge on a neighbor who stole my packages using a glitter bomb. You really don't want to miss it.